Hello everyone, welcome. Yes, this is not Wild Rift, this is Pokemon Unite. I have been playing a lot of this game recently, maybe not as much as some others, but obviously with a full-time job and also still playing Wild Rift, I've got to balance things a little bit. But I wanted to make a video that is very beginner friendly, and it's going to be talking about the items in this game. The items in this game are definitely a sensitive topic. You can pay to increase the levels of items, which does give you an advantage over others in the game. The advantages are moderate. I wouldn't say they're small. They're not huge, but they're definitely moderate. And I don't like that. I don't like any kind of pay-to-win mechanic in a game, regardless of how big or little of an impact that pay-to-win mechanic can have. But it is what it is, and so therefore you may be wondering, well, if I have a limited amount of upgrade tokens, or I'm actually going to spend on this game, but I don't know which items to upgrade, that's what this video is going to be about. Before we get into it, thanks to G2A for sponsoring the channel. There's a reference link in the description below. And without further ado, let's jump straight into the items so we can talk about the items that are going to benefit you. So here are some of the items, and I have not paid for anything, and I've managed to get quite a few items to level 10 right now. I've not actually paid anything for the time being. I think I got all of this just through some of the kind of like grinding the early free-to-play currency that you get. So you can definitely get items to level 10 relatively easily. Obviously, level 20 is a lot harder to achieve, and it will cost you a lot more to get there, but that's supposed to be the end game. I'm wondering whether they'll end up increasing the item levels to 30 down the line. I guess we'll have to see. But let's talk about, firstly, I'm going to separate this out into items that I think are going to be great for you if you have no idea what you want to main. So you just want to invest in an item that's going to give you flexibility. So they're going to have some items at the start that are all about flexibility because they're good on pretty much any Pokemon that you put them on. And then we'll start to talk about some items that are a little bit more specific but do have some flexibility between certain Pokemon in roles. The first item that I want to talk about is Score Shield. This is probably the most universal item that will come in handy for whichever Pokemon that you're playing. It may not seem like much on the outset. You get a little bit of HP from it, but realistically, what it does is it provides you with, I'm actually going to decrease the size of my camera. The following effects are gained. At level 1 is this, at level 10 is this. It's just increasing some stats. But basically, while the Pokemon is attempting to score a goal, it's granted a shield equal to 7.5% of its max HP, and its goals cannot be interrupted whilst it is shielded. This is a huge deal because that shield may buy you the time needed to dunk a goal. You know, if you don't have this, you'll get automatically interrupted when you're trying to dunk a goal at a very crucial stage in the game. Score Shield is incredibly useful in just ensuring that in those clutch moments, you're going to score a goal. This is a great item that you're going to want to get your hands on, and you're going to want to upgrade because it is universally applicable. You can use it on any Pokemon and it will remain relevant pretty much whoever you decide you want to play it on. It's obviously fantastic on tankier champions, or tankier, I say champions because I'm a Wild Rift player, tankier Pokemon because they have a lot of HP, but it is just good for allowing you to clutch out important dunks, and we all know how impactful that can be in Pokemon Unite. Here's another one. This is Energy Amplifier. The following effects gained when the held item is grade 10. And I'll just say it gives you a Unite move charge rate increase and also decreases the cooldown, or decreases cooldowns. After the Pokemon uses its Unite move, the damage the Pokemon then deals is increased by 14%. 14% is a big boost in damage, including damage that your Unite move might end up doing. So things like Zeraora, you're going to get a huge boost in damage from this item in particular. It's very good for Pokemon that have big impact Unite moves that are going to be impactful later on in the game. This item is universally applicable. You can use it on any Pokemon that you want, especially damage dealers. It maybe isn't as useful for tankier Pokemon, but it is if you're playing a damage dealer, it is a fantastic item, and it's universally applicable on almost any Pokemon. Of course, maybe not going to get as much effect out of it on supports or on tank Pokemon, but in the general, if you're just a damage dealer, you're going to want to have this item, especially if you're using your Unite move to turn the tide of battle. So those are the two items that I feel are just universally applicable. Score Shield and Energy Amplifier. If you're unsure which items to upgrade those ones, because it will give you flexibility and you can use them on pretty much any Pokemon that you like. Next are some items that I think are generally good, but obviously have more specific uses. The first one is Float Stone. As you can see, it gives you some basic attack, so some increase in attack damage. It also gives you some flat movement speed, and your movement speed increases out of combat by 15%. This is really good if you're playing the speedster role or the middle lane, but it's also good for helping you roam across the map. If you're interested in playing things like Gengar, things like Zerora, or things, anything in that speedster or middle lane role, this is going to be a great item for you. Just be able to traverse the map and make quick rotations. It's generally pretty useful. I think it's a good item to have, especially on more attack-focused speedsters who you just want to get a little bit of extra increased basic attack damage at the start of the game. It's going to help you clear those camps a little bit more quickly. It's generally a good item, and I quite like using it on any speedster role. But I sometimes use it on champions or Pokemons that I keep saying champions. I keep sometimes using it on Pokemon that I think are going to be moving across the map more so than not. Okay, we'll have a look at the next one. Buddy Barrier. You get a HP increase, but also when the Pokemon uses its Unite move, that Pokemon and the nearby ally Pokemon with the lowest HP are each granted a shield equal to 30% of their max HP. This is absolutely insane on tank frontline Pokemon. If I'm playing Snorlax, I'm having this equipped all the time. Not only does it make Snorlax nigh on unkillable when he's already unkillable in his Unite move, but also it's going to help protect an ally that's potentially on low HP. And if you're using this in the middle of the fight to disrupt the enemy, you're going to give a massive shield over towards the nearest low HP Pokemon on your team. So this is a great universal tank item that if you're interested in playing frontliners, you're probably going to want to have Buddy Barrier leveled up. The next one is Muscle Band. You get basic attack speed and you get an attack increase. It is also something that when basic attacks hit, the damage is increased by 2% of the opposing Pokemon's remaining HP. It is a tank shredding item. There are not many items in the game that increase basic attack speed. And so therefore I think that this is generally a good universal item. It's a good tank shredding item as well. Obviously more basic attack focused, but every Pokemon is going to be landing basic attacks, some more than others of course, but people like Cinderace, etc., they're going to make great use out of this particular item. And I think in general it's a pretty good universal item for any kind of basic attack focused carry. But if you just want to have a little bit of boost in damage and you want to be killing some tanks, and there's always going to be some tanks and beefy Pokemon to kill, this is a nice item to have in that regard too. And finally, I like Wise Glasses. Essentially, it gives you a special attack increase, a flat one, and then increases any special attack by 5%. Each Pokemon has different scalings, either on their attack or their special attack. You'll have to go look at the individual Pokemon to work out which one's going to benefit you more. But any Pokemon that has a high special attack scaling, or at least has moves that generally scale with special attack, I like Wise Glasses, especially if you're not going to be scoring. Wise Glasses are a safer option than special attack glasses, which are down here, special attack specs. Because you essentially special attack specs, you can get a huge increase in special attack, but you have to make sure you're scoring. So either one, it depends if you think you're going to be scoring more often. If you're going to be in a lane and you're just going to be dunking 5s whenever you can, then special attack specs are going to allow you to stack up special attack pretty quickly. If you're not sure that that's going to be possible, or you think you're in a tough lane, then Wise Glasses are going to give you a slightly safer increase in special attack. Both of these items are great because there are plenty of Pokemon that have special attack scaling. So Wise Glasses and special attack specs are both great. At the end of the day, I think there are other items like Energy Amplifier and Score Shield that are going to be better and more universally applicable. But if you're looking to play more special attack focused Pokemon, then Wise Glasses or special attack specs are both great upgrades that you can look for. I realize I've covered quite a lot of items here, but there are some down here that I think are a little bit more specific and maybe not as universally applicable. I definitely recommend that you upgrade Score Shield and Energy Amplifier. Those are two very, very strong items. And then beyond that, Muscle Band, Buddy Barrier, and Float Stone are all great as well. But Energy Amplifier and Score Shield for sure are two great items that I think will be universally useful across all of your Pokemon. And you'll always find a slot for them. And especially if you have those limited upgrade tokens and you're not sure what to invest them in, Score Shield and Energy Amplifier are two great choices that I think you can't really go wrong with. All right, very, very quick video. I know that's all I wanted to talk about today. I think those two items in particular are the ones that I'm spending my tokens on. As you see, I've upgraded a lot of things to 10 just to give me more options overall, but I'm probably going to invest more resources into the things like the Energy Amplifier and the the Score Shield, because they're just two great items that, as I said, are very good in a variety of circumstances. And I think Score Shield especially is super clutch when it comes to scoring those last minute points. So I definitely recommend that you invest a bit of resources into that. If you've liked the content, feel free to let me know. I know I don't usually do Pokemon Unite content, but I am really enjoying the game. So I wanted to do at least a little video on it just to see how it goes. And I will obviously continue to do Wild Rift content as well. Cool. See you soon.